a little exhausted, but you know, really, I'm just so thrilled to have the opportunity to see this film with an audience. You know, I think it's a film that was designed to bring an emotional connection to this amazing group of which John is a member of. You know, and I didn't want to make just a straight-out documentary. I don't think this film is a documentary. I think it's a weird amalgam of that, and it takes you on a journey, their journey, and I think people are going to really be excited about the trip. I didn't make that decision. This is one of the first films that I have done that I was actually invited or asked to participate in. The producer, Peter Jankowski, called me and said that this was a project that he had been nurturing for 3 or 4 years, and would I be interested in doing it? And instantly I said yes. I do feel a great connection to music. I think the combination of music and film is very, very powerful. It's frequently abused and you know, manipulated to the point where it doesn't enable you to have an emotional experience. It forces one on you. And so the idea of investigating the Doors' music, which I think is really very cinematic in itself, was tremendously exciting.
We did an album of Jim's poetry, and we sort of thought of it as music, a movie for your ears. So I guess we were, you know, and Ray and Jim went to film school, so we're already connected to the visual.
But you have to admit, it's a pretty amazing story. And I wanted to make sure that it was a story of...
What is the story?
I think it's a really amazing combination of the 4 of you guys getting together.
Yeah.
4 very different guys.
Yeah.
Your sensibility on percussion is quite specific, John. It really is. What?
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm not the fastest, but if you find your own unique way of expressing
Why would you
yourself.
want to be the fastest?
I don't.
Exactly. I know. And I didn't know this stuff when I was started to listen to your music, and I said, okay. The first thing I realized, there's no bass player. You know. Then I started listening to the different elements, and you watch, you know, how everybody contributes to this music, and the fact of what happened with Jim. It's really I think a very powerful tragedy. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't want to give it away. But when the footage was originally sent to me, most of it was silent, and most of it was all just fragments of shots. And so all these outtakes of this film that Jim Morrison made on his own were interspersed with all this footage of the Doors. And I didn't know about Jim's film Highway. And so I just began to see these shots of Jim Morrison wandering through the desert, and rather quickly had this idea that this could be used as a structural device to hold the rest of the film together. Of course, you know, I never wanted to bastardize his film. I mean, he put a lot of work into it. He decided to make his own film, and so we used only outtakes from the film. We never used any edited sequences, and it provides an amazingly intimate and emotional thread to the film.